And good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Broadcom Masters Awards ceremony. Now, please welcome tonight's host, NPR Science and Health correspondent, Allison Aubrey.
Welcome to the awards ceremony for the 2022 Broadcom Masters. I'm Allison Aubrey, and I am honored to serve as your host for this evening's special event. As the mom of a STEM student, my son is a sophomore at Cal Poly studying engineering, I know how hard you have all worked in this room, and parents, I know how proud you are tonight. Broadcom Masters is the nation's premier middle school STEM competition, recognizing students who compete in science fairs and rewarding their innovation and teamwork in science, technology, engineering, and math, founded and produced by Society for Science. The Broadcom Masters program is made possible by the generous support of the Broadcom Foundation, our competition sponsors, and educational partners. Each of tonight's 30 finalists is contributing to the advancement of STEM as a future innovator. These young people were nominated by judges who reviewed the science fair projects of thousands of middle schoolers at one of our state and regional affiliated fairs from around the United States. All of our national competitors, and especially you, our finalists, will be the ones we turn to solve society's grand challenges in this ever-connected world. We also look to you to inspire other students throughout the nation to explore science and engineering through project-based learning. We are honored to be here tonight to celebrate your remarkable achievements and encourage you to continue your journey among the nation's best and brightest scientists and engineers. Now, I would like to invite our first speaker to the stage. Maya Ajmera is president and CEO of Society for Science and publisher of Science News. Prior to leading the society, she founded and led for 18 years the Global Fund for Children, which has invested over $50 million in innovative grassroots organizations serving vulnerable children and youth around the world and touching the lives of more than 10 million young people. Maya is also an award-winning children's book author with over 20 titles, has held several academic appointments at Duke University and Johns Hopkins University, is a member of the National Academy of Arts and Sciences. She is also an alumna of the 1985 Science Talent Search. Please welcome Maya Ajmera.
Good evening, and welcome to the 2022 Broadcom Masters. On behalf of the Society for Science, our Board of Trustees, executives at Broadcom Inc., and our partners at Broadcom Foundation, thank you for joining us. This has always been one of my favorite times of the year, and it is truly inspiring to see young people solving the problems facing their communities and world. This year's projects include an artificial intelligence earthquake warning system that uses a smartphone, a study on the effects of climate change on aviation, an investigation into the link between colorectal cancer and gut bacteria, and much more. In all cases, these students embody the tenets at the core of the scientific and engineering endeavor, and in them, I see the curiosity needed to ask important questions, the collaborative spirit that is so imperative in the work of science and engineering, and the tenacity to get them through any adversity. Above that, they have shown the dedication needed to make impactful changes. To this year's finalists, I want to tell you how proud all of us at the Society of Science are of you, and we can't wait to see what you accomplish next. What will you do next? Perhaps you will use your Broadcom Masters project as a starting point of your career, like 2015 winner Annie Ostajic, who continued her studies in electrical engineering. She was named one of the youngest Forbes 30 under 30 honorees and has since worked for NVIDIA, Aeroelectronics, and the Department of Defense. Or you might decide to do research in another field. Nathan Hahn's 2011 Broadcom Master's Project was a study of somatic sensory reaction in human skin. He went on to win the top prize in the 2014 International Science and Engineering Fair for developing machine learning software to study gene mutations, which he continues to do today. Your research might inspire you to start a nonprofit, the way Broadcom Masters 2016 alumna Shreya Ramachandran took her research on water quality to found the Gray Water Project, an organization that tackles global water scarcity. And you may go on to use your entrepreneurial skills, like 2011 Broadcom Master alum Nikhil Patel did when he founded Craniometrics, a company that creates technology to screen for Alzheimer's using just a cell phone. Who knows where your curiosity will take you next? And like with our other alumni, we know you will find success in whatever you choose. By being here today, each of you are already winners, today and tomorrow. Keep that spirit of inquiry strong, lead with empathy, and work with determination. And I know each and every one of you will go far. Of course, none of us would be here tonight without the generous support of Broadcom Foundation, whose 12-year sponsorship of this premier program comes to a close. And those 12 years have driven impact and are filled with many wonderful memories. Personally, I will always remember when we celebrated Broadcom's 5th anniversary in California, and when the girls swept all top 5 prizes in 2019. Yeah. And who can forget when Broadcom Master finalists had the chance to visit President Barack Obama? These last 12 years have been unforgettable, and none of this would have been possible without Henry Samueli and Paula Golden. I feel lucky to be able to call both of you my friends. Henry and Paula, in addition to your extraordinary team with Maria Ronsky, Dana Orsini, and Carol McDonald, your leadership has made our middle school competition what students across the nation aspire to compete in each year. Our 12-year partnership has reached 78,000 students nominated from our local affiliated science fairs, of which 3,600 were honored as top 300 masters, and 360 went on to become finalists, including those we are celebrating tonight. Middle school is a crucial time when students start finding their place in STEM, and the Broadcom Foundation has made an indelible mark on STEM education and will continue to do so after tonight. So even though we close the curtain on this extraordinary partnership, we're not saying goodbye, but beginning a new chapter with you. In addition to the Broadcom Foundation, we are grateful to the supporters who've been on this journey with us. The Samueli Foundation, which provides the very generous $25,000 grand prize and the $10,000 Marconi Samueli Award. The Department of Defense, Lemelson Foundation, Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, who will be given awards of $10,000 tonight. And of course, our wonderful judges. Can you raise your hands? Where are you? Are you judges here tonight? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything you've given of your precious time to be here and interact with the finalists this week. So now, as for the future of our middle school competition, the Society for Science is thrilled to welcome Thermo Fisher Scientific as the next title sponsor. Let's give them a big round of applause, guys. We are so honored to have them join us tonight and celebrate alongside our partners at the Broadcom Foundation. We announced the next title sponsor in August, so it's no surprise that Thermo Fisher, the world leader in serving science, joins us as only the third title sponsor in the competition's 25-year history. Thermo Fisher's support of this program continues their long-standing commitment to widespread and equitable access to STEM education. Today, we are excited to unveil the title of the next chapter of this storied competition, the Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge. Let's give it applause. And I am so honored to welcome Thermo Fisher's Chief Scientific Officer, Dr. Karen Nelson, to the stage and to the Society for Science family.
Good evening, everybody. That's beautiful, whoever did that. Thank you all. Thanks for the opportunity to speak to you tonight. I'm very happy to be here to celebrate the bright students in the audience, your brilliant research, your discoveries, and your innovations, and I really mean that. And I was just like you at some point in my life and relied on guidance and opportunities like this to advance my career. And I have a big shout out for whoever has that colon cancer microbiome study going. Congratulations. You have a great future ahead of you, like everybody else. So please join me in a round of applause for all of the finalists who are here tonight. So by representing Thermo Fisher and all the other Thermo Fisher attendees in the audience, I want you to know that we're really proud and honored in having this partnership with the Society for Science. And we're very honored to be the new title sponsor of this premier middle school STEM competition. Our STEM commitment, I did something crazy, sorry. As a world leader in serving science, our company has had a long-standing commitment to making STEM education more accessible and more equitable for all students. To see the incredible talent right here makes me very optimistic about the future. We'll be hiring all of you, guaranteed. Thermo Fisher has invested in school-based STEM programs for decades. Our colleagues across the globe dedicate thousands of volunteer hours each year, not only to engage young learners, but to support the educators and the mentors who inspire them. Our STEM commitment is enabled by our Foundation for Science, which amplifies our support for communities who remain underrepresented in the field of life sciences. Diverse perspectives and new ideas are critical to fueling innovation, advancing science, and ultimately making the world a better place to live in. We have a responsibility to cultivate those perspectives by exposing students to learning experiences and getting career paths they might never have encountered on their own or envisioned for themselves. Just one activity, one conversation, some guidance from somebody who believes in you can change the way you see the world and how you see yourself in this world, and put you on a path to one day make a scientific breakthrough or produce a world-changing innovation. The next generation of thinkers and leaders is never too young to be inspired. I'm really excited about what we will accomplish together through the Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge, as we help even more students explore their passion for STEM and their impact on society. Once again, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, Maya. Thank you for organizing all of this. Thanks, Meron. Thanks to the Thermo Fisher team for pulling this together. And thanks to Broadcom for transferring such a successful event over to us. Based on what I see here tonight, I know that the future is in good hands. So thanks, everybody.
Thank you so much, Dr. Nelson and Thermo Fisher Scientific. Next, I am pleased to introduce President of the Broadcom Foundation, Attorney Paula Golden. Paula grew up in magical mid-century Los Angeles, where science and art converged. The carnival rides at her school were designed by NASA and JPL engineers. Face painting was applied by Disney animators. She spent her childhood summers exploring STEM with the Things of Science kits produced by Society for Science. Paula spearheads Broadcom's commitment to creating equity and access to all STEM education for all young people, especially women and underrepresented students. She is a champion of project-based learning and digital literacy, which are at the heart of the Broadcom Masters and all society programs. Paula is a co-chair of the National STEM Funders Network Advocacy Committee, is an advocate of STEM learning ecosystem initiatives around the world. She earned her bachelor's degree from Wellesley College and her JD cum laude from New England School of Law. Please welcome to the stage, Paula Golden.
Good evening again. I was saying to Robert, who is my new best friend from Thermo Fisher Scientific, that I felt very at peace tonight. My team, Henry and Maria, Carol, Dana, Nick, who is here tonight, know me as being somewhat hyperbolic, a little bit tense, a little bit over the top. And tonight, I actually feel very relaxed. I'm going to talk a little slower since my last time up in front of this incredible group of people who, after 12 years, continue to, I think, put on one of the best programs ever and certainly create one of the greatest celebrations here at the reach of the Kennedy Center. It's wonderful to be back with you in person, of course, and to celebrate the achievements of the class of 2022. Our last class. That's a little hard. Okay. In addition to our masters, their parents, all of you, honored guests, many of who have flown in to be with us one more time, I am pleased to welcome the STEM Opportunity Fellows who are here with us tonight. And I'd actually like them to rise at this point. The Fellows are a nationally recognized STEM education experts who are contributing their knowledge, skills, and expertise to support many federal agencies charged with spending billions of dollars to expand access, equity, and accessibility in STEM and computer science education, and to move the needle to increase our national workforce. They're here to inspire and be inspired by our finalists. Please give them, ladies, please stand, a warm welcome. I singled them out tonight largely because we've helped build the Fellows program as sponsors of two fellows who are here tonight. And Broadcom's commitment to this is because we know that all of us need to be doing a real heavy lift in STEM education in this country to stay competitive around the world and to meet the challenges here at home. So we're very thrilled that they would be with us so we could just give them a moment of reprise from their hard work and to wish them Godspeed in the very important work they're doing in the years ahead. I wish our 2021 finalists could have had an evening like this, but the pandemic prevented them from being here in person. It is those of you who happened to watch them online, it was truly remarkable to see how these kids persevered from the isolation of their homes to take full measure of the Broadcom Masters experience. This was largely due to the creativity of Reva, Ramadorai, Gabby, and the entire society team. I would like all of us to give them a special round of applause, the kids that aren't here and the people that made that experience possible for them, and thank them for their amazing efforts. Dr. Nelson, tonight is really bittersweet for me and my colleagues because next year the sponsorship baton for this middle school competition will pass to Thermo Fisher Scientific. Like Broadcom, Thermo Fisher Scientific strives to make the world a better place by pushing science and technology a step beyond. Its sponsorship of this competition will continue our commitment to including more and more young people into the national STEM talent pool at a time where we need them so desperately on the field of STEM. For over a decade, it has been a privilege to work with the Society for Science, with Maya, as sponsors of the Broadcom Masters and the Broadcom Masters International. The Broadcom Foundation wishes to thank the Society's team who have made this journey possible and very special, not only for us as sponsors, but for every child who has participated in this amazing program. Once again, thank you, Maya, and all of you in the Society for Science. With the help of Kate, where is Kate? Is she in the room, or is she working? I don't know where she is. There she is over there, Kate Goldberg. And by the way, if you like the decor, yeah, that's Kate's special touch. Each member, with her help, each member of the Society will be receiving a memento of thanks from all of us at Broadcom for everything you've done to empower our nation's future scientists, engineers, and innovators. Maya, I'd like you to come up here, and through you, I will be presenting a gift to you and your amazing colleagues. Thank you for your friendship over the years. All right, now to the class of 22. Where are you? Class of 2022. Woohoo! As Thermo Fisher Scientific is about to find out, you know how to do the cheer. I don't know what they're going to come with, but you guys are going to show them what you can do in a few minutes. Every one of you deserves a hero's welcome when you return to your hometowns. To honor your achievements and the science and mathematics teachers who inspired you, I'm pleased to announce that Broadcom Master's Program will award each of your middle schools from whence you came a $1,000 prize to apply towards STEM education. And we're thrilled that you can take that home. So often, the kids who are playing sports get the hero's welcome. We're sending you home with a hero's welcome. So before we get rolling into the full-blown ceremony celebrating these fabulous young people, we want to share a few highlights from the last Broadcom Masters International that took place in Atlanta this spring, the Regeneron Science and Engineering Fair, International Science and Engineering Fair. It is our last international program, and it was a thrill to be with delegates from all over the world and have an opportunity to get together after COVID had kept us all laid low for so long. So let's watch as these young international delegates show you what they did in Atlanta.
We are Broadcom Masters!
The Broadcom Masters International brings together middle school students from around the world to experience science and engineering here in Atlanta.
It's our hope that every delegate to the Broadcom Masters International will come away with new friends and a dream that's larger than the one they dreamed when they arrived.
This is a really unique opportunity that the students have. You don't always get to meet 19 other students from literally around the globe.
My name is Roque Lopez Fernandez and I come from Spain.
I'm from South Africa.
Zimbabwe, Northern Ireland.
We're the host delegates for the Broadcom Masters. I've never gone out of India before. This is a very enriching experience because I get to meet a lot of kids my age and just like me.
The poster exercise yesterday was really fun because everybody got to talk about their countries.
The venues these young people will see here in Atlanta will inspire them.
We visited some really scientifically rich areas, and it's been a great experience.
At Georgia Tech, we were able to use coding to solve a problem or address a problem.
I really like going to the garden because my project was about plants.
It was very enjoyable. I liked how they simulated the environments.
The Museum of Design was really cool. Ways that we can incorporate things in our economy that also helps out the place we live.
We're upcycling cardboard to build a bird box.
My favorite activity is the aquarium because I like fish and it has shark.
Today we are at the Atlanta Falcons and Atlanta United football and soccer stadium right in downtown Atlanta, Georgia. And they're doing a lot of sustainability initiatives to reduce their environmental footprint.
So at the alumni event, I was able to meet the people who used to be part of Broadcom. That was really fun because we just got to share with each other about our experiences.
Our Broadcom Masters International delegates have an opportunity to be with the competitors at the 2022 ISEF.
I'm really excited to be here because it's really a big fair for the student around the world. The first thing I noticed was how people explain their projects. Wow, they're so confident. I want to be very confident just like them.
Their world is one that brings on challenges that are immediate. These problems can't wait anymore. These young people are solving these problems in real time.
I wanted to build a project that will use solar energy as a renewable and useful resource.
My project is about using brainwave to control a smart robotic car. We can use brainwave to help people.
My project is based on using experimental psychology for a more creative and holistic way to combat obesity.
It's really wonderful to see these students come in to a room together. They've never seen each other before. And by day 2, they're already taking selfies.
All of my team members are from other countries. We talk and then we understand each other and then we can help each other as a team.
This week has really been a lot about everyone working together, and hopefully they take away confidence from this week that they'll take on the rest of their STEM journeys.
It's pushing me to do more, maybe try and get into ISEF and bigger science fairs.
I want to spread my knowledge to others and I want to teach mathematics when I grow up.
It is really fun and exciting. It was mind-blowing because I could learn and explore about other cultures. It was so much fun to meet you all. And bye, stay safe and good luck, future scientists.
They will come away forever changed by the experience they will have with us as Broadcom Masters International delegates. We need them on this planet. We need them now.
We are Broadcom Masters!
Amazing, right? So amazing. Thank you very much, Paula. We are grateful to you and the Broadcom Foundation, inspiring young people to pursue careers in STEM. Our first recognition of the evening is the Broadcom Leadership Award. This award is presented annually to the finalist elected by his or her peers to represent them as class speaker. I am pleased to announce this year's Broadcom Masters class speaker, and the winner of the Broadcom Leadership Award is Luke Anthony Wynn.
Hello. Well, there really isn't any adequate way to express our thanks for the time and attention that we have seen during this incredible experience. Good evening. We, the Broadcom Masters Class of 2022, graciously thank the Society for Science and Broadcom Foundation for bringing us to this amazing week in Washington, D.C. We came together, unfamiliar, a diverse group from different parts of the country with a shared passion for STEM. As the week progressed through the crazy challenges, we too progressed. Amazing lifelong friendships were nurtured this week. We learned how to work as a team. We learned how to recognize each other's brilliance and how to use it to solve seemingly unsolvable problems. Finals week really isn't a contest. It was not about a medal. It's not about any special reward. All these challenges were training in creativity, collaboration, and listening so that we could achieve more as a collective to topple bigger global afflictions, engineering obstacles, and incurable maladies. Synergy. Our Broadcom Masters challenges don't end here tonight. I think we were all given more important tasks to return home and hopefully teach and recruit other kids to also accomplish their unsolvable tasks, especially children who did not receive opportunities that we were given. Reva, everyone at the Society and Broadcom Foundation, the gracious judges, and our tireless parents, thank you from all of us, from the bottom of our hearts, for pushing our boundaries this week so that we could tackle all the challenges that lie ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, Luca. Next, it is my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker this evening, Eleanor Sigrist. Eleanor is a sophomore at Stanford University studying astroengineering and computer science. She has a lifelong passion for space-related research and is pursuing her dream of being the first person on Mars. Eleanor has completed the trifecta, competing in all 3 of the Society's competitions, the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair, Regeneron Science Talent Search, and Broadcom Masters, where she was awarded the top prize for her work experimenting with cold gas rocket nozzles. Outside her academic pursuits, Eleanor is an accomplished violinist, enjoys quilting, weaving, and fiber arts. She is also a passionate advocate for inclusivity in STEM, empowering others to follow their dreams. Please welcome Eleanor Sigrist to the stage.
Hello, everyone, and good evening. How are you all doing? Oh, come on, Masters. I know you've been practicing your cheering. How are you all doing? Okay, I guess that's a little better. I'm super excited to be speaking here with you all tonight, and I hope you've had a fabulous week. As Allison said, my name is Eleanor, but everyone calls me the Tutu Girl because of my dorky obsession with STEM spiritware. I might also be obsessed with space, but I'll let you be the judge of that. I was in 4th grade when I convinced my parents to let me skip school to see Space Shuttle Discovery land piggyback on a 747 at the Smithsonian Udvar-Hazy Center. I told my teachers I was missing school because I had an appointment, but I had a lot of explaining to do the next day when my family ended up on the cover of the Washington Post. Luckily, I was hidden behind my siblings, but unfortunately, my teachers knew my siblings and knew that if they were there, I was there. It's okay, though. As you heard, I plan to be the first person on Mars. Tonight, I'd like to walk you through my journey, as well as share a little bit of advice about when following your dreams. My journey is an example of a Broadcom master, and I'm going to walk you through the impact that the Society has on young researchers and the community that is here to fuel your passions. From the first time I looked up into the cosmos, I knew I wanted to go to space. I grew up snuggling between my 4 siblings on our back deck, naming the constellations and exclaiming at shooting stars. Space captivated me, from the science of looking into the past to the artistic speckling of stardust in the sky. I knew I wanted to solve the challenges of interplanetary travel and explore the expanses of our universe. I needed to see our galaxy from Mars, where the sky is so dark the stars become blinding. I was 6 when I learned the space shuttle program was ending, and I was devastated. But stopping at nothing, I convinced my parents to take me and my siblings to the final launch. My boundless dread was traded, temporarily, for unregulated screams of joy during the countdown. I felt the rumble beneath my feet and watched as Space Shuttle Atlantis disappeared in a shroud of steam, then barrel skyward. And in that moment of inspiration, I knew my life goal: space. I realized if I wanted to achieve my goal, I needed to help out. I competed in my first science fair project in 5th grade with a project titled Does Size Matter?, where I compared the violin size to the tone quality of the instrument. I've always liked creative science fair project titles because I feel like they make the science more relatable and less scary. The experience was rewarding, but 11-year-old me was left craving more. I was proud of my work, and I wanted to share it with other people. Thus, I was disappointed when I learned there wasn't a next step or a next level to compete at. But enter middle school. I was super excited they had another science fair competition, and I was ready to show the world my love for space while making a real impact. So in 7th grade, I conducted my first aerospace research project. I chose cold gas rocket nozzles because my mom lovingly told me no explosives on the kitchen table. And to continue my fun-named theme, I named this project Rockets and Nozzles and Thrusts, Oh My. I quickly learned, though, that chasing your dreams was not like the movies. You couldn't wave a magic wand and have it all work out. It took hard work and perseverance. I spent my lunch breaks reading thermodynamic texts and propulsion research papers, and I would occasionally walk into walls in the hallway while reading. I built my test apparatus from scratch and got to learn how to use awesome power tools. But at the same time, bullies berated me with labels of nerd and geek, and even tried to get me in trouble for using a laptop for research in the cafeteria. But luckily, I had a principal who got it and encouraged my enthusiasm. And oddly enough, it didn't bother me. I learned to wear the label nerd proudly. The best part was, the work did not feel like work. I loved it. And the cold gas experiment became my Broadcom master's project, and the competition gave me the launch pad for my space research. It gave me confidence not only in myself and my abilities, but in my research and my ability to impact the industry. I felt seen and heard, and while I was shouting the Broadcom Masters motto out loud, I knew 11-year-old me was cheering on the inside too. Recently, I created a novel microgravity fluid management technique. Okay, wow, that was a lot of words. Let's pause there and unpack it a little. In space, there's little to no gravity, and fluids, such as fuel, float around and are difficult to control. I created a new technique to control those fluids. I called this experiment, "Can you hear the empty spaces?" after a quote from one of my favorite movies, Holes. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. This research also presented some tough challenges, though. First, I had to figure out how to conduct this research in microgravity. Luckily, there were a few options, but unfortunately, each one was more expensive than the last. The first one was drop towers, where you take your experiment in a tall tower and drop it. The second one was parabolic flight, where a plane flies in arcs. And the third one was suborbital and orbital flight, where your experiment goes up on a rocket and actually into space. For my first experiment, I chose parabolic flight because it met my technical requirements. And over the next several months, I worked nonstop to raise the $25,000 for parabolic flight fees and materials. The experiment also required significant engineering work outside of my previous experience. I had to learn how to prepare for size, weight, and power, called swap trade-offs, structural analysis of plus or minus 9 Gs, electrical load calculations, serial communications, sensor integration, and computational fluid dynamics models, to name a few. I was fascinated by the results of my experiment, and this video shows some of the data from my experiment and my ability to get water to form complex geometries. And at the end, there's even a fun clip of me floating around in microgravity. after this mind-blowing experience, I once again found myself wanting to share with others. And I applied to compete at the Regeneron ICEF competition. Even though ICEF was virtual, I was empowered. My results were validated and encouraged. So I decided to talk to NASA about funding to advance my research, and I submitted a paper for publication. But unfortunately, this is where I ran into some of my biggest challenges so far. People were skeptical of my abilities because I was only a high school girl, and my paper was rejected because I didn't have a sponsoring professor, and others had trouble envisioning my proof of concept in operation because it wasn't the way it's always been done. This was discouraging and confusing. I was doing real research, and I had positive feedback from bona fide rocket scientists that my experiment was relevant and important to the community, yet I was still told my ideas were invalid. Ever since Broadcom Masters, I had dreamed of competing at the Regeneron STS competition. And even though I was receiving mixed signals about my fluid management research, I decided to brave the application process one more time. Months of agonizing waiting went by, but then on my birthday, I got the best present ever. A call from the society saying I was an STS finalist. And even though it was virtual, I was surrounded once again by imaginative, innovative, and forward-thinking scientists. And the society did an amazing job. They sent us packages every day to boost our excitement and lead us through new activities. We even got to meet later in person for a retreat. I was reinvigorated, and I could not wait to keep working on my research. I decided to apply to the American Institute of Aeronautics and Astronautics Design, Build, Launch competition. The AIAA contest was an opportunity to put my payload in space aboard a Blue Origin suborbital rocket and advance my research. I was honestly running behind on my application, and I was finally done an hour before the deadline. I pulled up the portal, and I went to submit it. I attached my paper, and I scrolled down to click the little green button just to find out that it was grayed out. The application had closed an hour before. It had closed at 9 p.m. EDT, not 9 p.m. EST. But by pure luck, AIAA decided to extend the application for another day. That was an important lesson to learn that was almost learned the hard way. And because of the craziness surrounding its submission, I wasn't surprised when I hadn't heard back from AIAA a week after the announcement deadline. I had accepted my fate when I was scrolling through my email and found a congratulatory email from AIAA in my inbox. And so, more than a year later, after designing and redesigning my payload, pandemic delays and supply chain issues, on September 12th, 2022, my payload launched aboard Blue Origin's New Shepard NS-23 rocket. Ironically, thank you. Thank you so much. It took a lot of work. Ironically, though, there was an anomaly during the launch, and my payload never made it to space. But from initial reviews of my data, I can at least say that my autonomous data collection system worked as I designed, so that's a win. And with every project I took on, there was always a little bit of pushback. It started small at first, but as the projects got bigger, the pushback got stronger. But I got stronger too. I'm currently leading and co-leading 2 rocket avionics teams for the Stanford Student Space Initiative, and this video shows a test flight of our rocket. Every day, I work towards Mars. I have to find new ways around the walls that keep getting built. Over, under, through. And the internal and external reward of completing each project grows. I'm able to reach more people, make a larger impact, and contribute to the world around me. I encourage you not to let no stand in your way. There will always be roadblockers in life, and you must press through to achieve your goals. The good news is, though, you don't have to do this alone. Maybe you already have some amazing mentors from your school, family, or friends, or maybe you've met some people here. But throughout your journey, you will have the opportunity to engage in amazing and wonderful experiences and meet incredible people. This is the importance and beauty of Broadcom Masters and other of the society's programs like ICEF and STS. These are opportunities to come together with like-minded people in community and fellowship, to share our research with each other and to the world, to demonstrate innovation is found in all perspectives, and to form lifelong bonds and encourage others to follow our dreams. Looking back at my experiences with the Society, I was struck by what can only be described as a Doc Brown flux capacitor style inspiration. If others are encouraged like I was, then we can stimulate diversity of thought, nurture new and creative ideas, and increase the acceptance of those ideas. Moreover, there are an unlimited number of challenges and unknowns that we haven't encountered yet, and we need ideas from all perspectives to discover the solutions. To bring it back to my passion, challenges as expansive as space urges to look broadly for such solutions. Each of you has a passion with equally large challenges, looking for people just like you to solve them. I'd like to share something with you. I'm wearing something a little unconventional for my wardrobe tonight. Typically at other events, I'm not dressed as you'd expect a keynote speaker to dress. I'm sporting my STEM spirit wear, a colorful tutu and a rainbow jetpack made from 2-liter soda bottles and rainbow felt. My fearless outfit is a way to relate to others and show my crazy, goofy side. And I bring this up because as Broadcom Masters, we have a job so much bigger than just research. We are part of a community that passes on its passion and determination to the next generation. I hope to show everyone that STEM isn't intimidating. It's a way to meet others where they are, demystify science and technology, and show that it's not just for prodigies and professionals. You all are the next generation of innovation, and you will inspire the generation to come. I'd like to leave you with one last piece of advice. Well, I guess a couple actually, but I promise I'll keep it short. I remember how eager I was when I was sitting right where you are about 6 years ago. As you're following your dreams, please take the time to be gentle to yourself. With every day, you learn and grow as a person, and this process does not happen overnight. I have a picture of Space Shuttle Atlantis hanging halfway off the wall in my bedroom, and I politely decline anyone who offers to fix it. I hung it there so it's the last thing I see at night and the first thing I see when I wake up in the morning. A daily reminder to make progress towards my goal, even if it's just a baby step. And that baby step doesn't even have to directly apply to your goal. It can be something that helps you reset, something that helps you take a break, something that just makes you happy. Take the time to explore new things because you never know what might spark joy or inspire a new idea. For example, I'm currently taking a dance class for the first time ever, and I'm actually really loving it. Build relationships with the people around you and invest time to nurture them. Please go hang out with your friends, have a good time. I cannot stress this enough. It's healthy to take breaks and recharge your battery. I personally used to worry that this would mean losing sight of my goal, but that's just not true. Finally, don't forget the people in the background who work to support you, host these events, or cultivate communities. Parents, siblings, friends, mentors and judges, coordinators, and everyone in between. Thank you all. It's an honor to speak with you tonight. While I have the privilege to stand up here, I'm really standing here as a representative of the thousands of people the Society has inspired to follow their dreams. This week, you all join that community, a community of people who wake up every day and make the choice to challenge existing assumptions, inspire the next generation of future innovators, and people who eagerly follow their dreams. Thank you.
Thank you, Eleanor. Your perseverance is amazing. I do not doubt that you could be the first person to go to Mars. It's been an action-packed week for our Broadcom Masters, from coding with Raspberry Pi Picos to engineering a hydraulic arm to exploring biodiversity at the Smithsonian Environmental Research Center. They've learned the principles of quantum physics, designed early detection tools for Parkinson's disease at George Mason University, and presented their research to judges in person and virtually with audiences all over the country. They've even found time for a little fun along the way, visiting the National Air and Space Museum and historic monuments around DC. Let's take a look at some of the highlights.
We're Broadcom Masters! Woo!
Oh yeah! We bring 6th through 8th graders to compete for nearly $100,000 in prizes with extraordinary research science and engineering projects.
For 12 years, Broadcom Foundation has followed its dreams as the sponsor of Broadcom Masters. Today we have 12-year-olds here, and those 12-year-olds in our first class are now 24. They're following their dreams, and every one of them had that spark lit up at the Broadcom Masters.
This is the first Broadcom Masters we've had in person since 2019, and I think this year's finalists are really excited, enthusiastic to be able to connect with each other once again in person. They've really just jumped right into every challenge they've gone through, every opportunity we've given them.
We've been doing a lot over the last couple days. It's definitely a cool way to meet people who have similar interests to you, and also to expand what you know about various aspects of STEM.
We've met with a lot of different experts in their field, like the judges, and so it's been really cool to just learn all the things that can be done with STEM in the future, all these different jobs that we can do.
Not a lot of people get this chance to be a Broadcom finalist, so yeah, I feel like it's just really exciting.
We went on a monument tour of DC at night. That was really fun. We went on an escape room. We're just bonding as a whole.
We've been getting to do so many challenges. We got to talk about our projects with like-minded people, and I've met many friends along the way.
I thought that yesterday's judging was actually really fun because I think that the judges took a really innovative approach on asking questions.
The challenge this morning was the Raspberry Pi Pico Challenge, and it was really cool because I know a lot about computer science, but I still learned a lot through it because we used a lot of new sensors.
Broadcom took us to George Mason University for our second challenge, and it's been really cool walking around campus.
My favorite part of the challenge that we just did was using quantum physics to create a new and innovative board game.
I didn't know what Parkinson's disease was before, and I learned what it was. We were trying to find a cure or something to help it.
Currently we are at the Smithsonian Environmental Research Center, or CERC. It was great. This was many of our first times doing actual seining.
I thought they were really fun. I really liked going into the water and catching all the fish.
We found a jellyfish that doesn't really appear that often here. It was really fun.
I want to be a marine biologist when I grow up, so I think this activity today, that was really fun.
The hydraulic arm challenge was a challenge where we had to apply biomimicry of the blue crab in order to build a hydraulic arm system.
We experienced quite a few challenges as a team, in some points it didn't work, and I really feel like our teamwork came forth because as we worked together to fix that, and I think in the end our design was pretty good.
Being a Broadcom Master is fun. And it's also a lot about learning your strengths and your weaknesses, and then realizing other people's strengths and weaknesses and how you guys can combine those strengths to help each other.
Being part of a middle school science fair competition really shows people how at a young age people can start in science and make many great findings.
I hope to create a better set of guidelines for rocket emissions. Exponential trends show that this will become a huge problem in the future. And if we start now, we can hopefully fix this.
I hope my project can contribute to the search of medications and drugs that enhance memory.
I hope to achieve optimization of a small-scale wind turbine setup for individual uses or in impoverished areas.
I hope to help people understand how greenhouse gases are affecting our environment.
Our invention will help any horses that have asthma and the riders.
I hope my project can help lead a cure to colorectal cancer.
My passion is I want to use science and technology to help save lives. And through this project, I am and will be able to do that.
My message to the finalists: follow your dreams, follow your passion, follow your curiosity.
I want to become a neurosurgeon in the future, and that kind of revolves around my project.
I hope to achieve a career in engineering because of this project and the experience of going to the lab.
When I grow up, I want to be an equine veterinarian.
It has been our privilege to be the sponsors of the Broadcom Masters for 12 marvelous years. And we know that as we all follow our dreams forward, the Broadcom Masters Class 2022 will be leading the way.
My favorite part of being a Broadcom Masters finalist was the fact that it was like a reminder telling me that you can never be too young to solve the world's problems.
It's a huge confidence boost, and it's really this is where I'm supposed to be. This is the field where I belong.
We're Broadcom Masters!
Wow, what a fantastic week. Now, as we prepare to introduce the Broadcom Masters Class of 2022, I invite Maya and Paula back to the stage to honor each of our impressive finalists for the innovation and leadership that brought them onto the national stage here in Washington. Tonight, with the receipt of your Broadcom Masters Medal, you join an elite corps of scientists, engineers, and innovators who, like you, will be forever known as a Broadcom Master. Please come to the stage when your name is called.
Thomas Aldis, Colfax K-8, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Thomas designed an inexpensive, motion-controlled robotic hand, believing that when robots perform tasks like emergency response missions, there should be no trade-off between efficiency, accuracy, or cost. An avid rower, Thomas also values social justice and hopes to use STEM to improve society as a mechanical engineer. Tate Baum, Edgemont Elementary, Provo, Utah. Tate, a pitcher on his Little League baseball team, wanted to understand the physics that cause a curveball to break. He hopes to use what he's learned to strike out more batters and continue learning as a baseball statistician. Tate also skis and plays the trumpet. Dhruv Bharatia, Wilson Middle School, Plano, Texas. Dhruv harnessed mobile devices to reliably predict earthquakes and warn those in their destructive path. Dhruv loves technology and has captained his school's robotics team. He's also a huge logophile, a lover of words, and once placed 4th at the Scripps National Spelling Bee. Ankit Biswas, Metrolena Regional Scholars Academy, Charlotte, North Carolina. A semifinalist in the competition to name the Perseverance rover, Ankit was inspired to pursue his emissions mitigation project after watching the launch and wondering about the effect of rocket plumes on the environment. A bass clarinetist and poet, Ankit hopes to become an astrophysicist. Madison Checkett, Hidden Hollow Elementary, Eagle Mountain, Utah. Madison's EcoHero prototype is an edible, biodegradable alternative to plastic water bottles. Madison describes herself as adventurous, creative, and diligent. She loves trying new roller coasters, crafting bracelets and other jewelry, and soccer. Voted kindest friend by her classmates, Madison hopes to become a pediatric nurse. Marco Alexander Chua, St. Paul's Catholic School, Riverside, Jacksonville, Florida. Marco explored what geometric shape is most effective in breaking the force of incoming waves, a crucial component in mitigating the damage of coastal flooding. The research incorporated 2 of Marco's favorite topics, water and math, and he hopes to someday become a marine biologist. Shaunak Dalal, Hershey Middle School, Hershey, Pennsylvania. An aspiring neurologist, Shaunak's project arose out of fascination with the Venus flytrap's ability to react to sensation without a nervous system. Through soccer, Shaunak has learned discipline and compassion, and says his ability to get back up again after failure is his greatest strength. Janelle Dow, Stratford Middle School, San Jose, California. Janelle designed a foot-controlled welcome mat to assist those with hand disabilities in opening doors, though due to COVID-19, she realized the touchless system could also help prevent the spread of germs. A second-degree black belt in Taekwondo, Janelle also fences, swims, and sings. Mina Fedor, Black Pine Circle School, Berkeley, California. Mina analyzed the brain's theta rhythm to study the difference between active and passive learning. It's important to Mina to engage with her community on important issues. She makes political art and founded AAPI Youth Rising, a student-led advocacy organization with chapters across the country. Victoria Harding Bradley, Nativity Catholic School, Menlo Park, California. Over 1,000 hours of plant recordings later, Victoria confirmed that plants communicate loud and clear, and that horticulturalists can apply this knowledge in the field. A volleyball player and violist, Victoria loves science and helping people, traits she says will make her a great surgeon. Rory Hu, the Harker School, San Jose, California. Concerned about declining honeybee populations, Rory set out to discover whether tea polyphenols and caffeine could counter the harmful effects of pesticides. In her spare time, Rory codes and plays the cello, but most enjoys filming for Nickelodeon as a kid reporter for Nick News. Landon William Huber, Christ Classical Academy, Tallahassee, Florida. Following a blacksmithing class at his local museum, Landon was curious to see which quenching or cooling material produces the hardest and strongest metal. Landon is a big reader and loves the Percy Jackson series. His other hobbies include guitar, baseball, and camping. Sky Holland Knox, Pacific Crest Middle School, Bend, Oregon. Inspired by an article on cloud seeding, Sky created a cloud chamber to test how different chemicals affect the formation and density of clouds. Creativity, Sky says, was essential to the process, a trait she enjoys practicing as an artist, writer, and baker. Mahi Coley, California Trail Middle School, Olathe, Kansas. For her project, Mahi identified potential biomarkers in cerebrospinal fluid that could improve the diagnosis accuracy of Alzheimer's. Determined to show other girls that it's possible to shine in STEM, Mahi kickstarted STEMming with the Stars, a cost-free math competition for those in underserved communities. Cooper Croker, Perkins County Schools, Grant, Nebraska. Cooper sees the effects of climate change firsthand on his family's farm and decided to examine how rising temperatures would affect global aviation. Cooper loves flying and is planning to get his pilot's license. He also likes football, the bassoon, and building things. Alexander Montgomery, Andrew Jackson Middle School, Titusville, Florida. Alexander simulated the conditions at typical launch sites to study the environmental factors that accelerate galvanic corrosion, a type of corrosion that occurs between two different metals. A multi-year attendee of NASA's Space Camp, Alexander hopes to continue his studies as a materials scientist. Casey Moore, American Heritage School, Delray Beach, Florida. Casey, who studied the learning and memory-enhancing qualities of the herbal medicine cat's claw, says kindness is the engine that drives her. During the pandemic, she sent encouraging notes to nursing home residents and organized Parkin Song, a musical fundraiser for the Parkinson's Foundation. Luca Anthony Wynn, Challenger School, Silverado, Las Vegas, Nevada. Inspired by a trip to Indonesia, Luca investigated whether mature or immature mangrove plants are better candidates for reforestation. The project piqued Luca's interest in environmental engineering, but he also dreams of teaching and even started a 3D printing education class at his local library. Shritesh Sai Padmanabhan, Marshall Middle School, Wexford, Pennsylvania. Shritesh developed a video analysis algorithm that assesses hand tremors, a tool that could increase accessibility by helping physicians diagnose and treat hand tremors via telehealth. Whether serving at a senior center or a student council treasurer, Shritesh believes in making a difference in whatever he does. Moitri Santra, Jackson Heights Middle School, Oviedo, Florida. Moitri created a sustainable robotic system to harvest harmful algae for potential repurposing as biofuel. Moitri has participated in 4-H and softball and appreciates the real-world skills she learns as a scout. She hopes to continue addressing global challenges as a computer scientist. Sunjan Singh Sarang, McCullough Junior High School, The Woodlands, Texas. Sunjan used modeling software to explore potential negative effects of certain chemicals on the human endocrine system. With dreams of becoming a doctor, Sunjan admires this ethic from Maurice Hilleman, the father of modern vaccines, to never stop working until all children are safe from disease. Mona Sophie Schwickert, Arizona Virtual Academy, Glendale, Arizona. A synchronized swimmer who spends 20 hours a week in the pool, Mona found that aerosol sun lotion makes bathing suit straps stiff. This knowledge will serve Mona well. She made the age 13 to 15 national team for artistic swimming and hopes to compete in the 2028 Olympics. Elizabeth Shen, Davis Drive Middle School, Cary, North Carolina. Elizabeth wondered if the golden ratio could be used to even a computer's memory usage, extending its lifespan and significantly reducing e-waste. Elizabeth, who has been creating for as long as she can remember, especially loves writing. Her book clocks in at 346 pages. Ethan Benjamin Schlossberg, Hollicong Middle School, Doylestown, Pennsylvania. Ethan combined his passions for computer science and animal rights for his project, which used machine learning to test the myth that quail have their own unique egg patterns. An aspiring zoologist, Ethan enjoys choir, running, and playing Dungeons & Dragons with friends. Aryaman Dixit Shukla, Haynes Magnet Middle School, Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Aryaman mixed pervasive harmful algal blooms with leaf mulch to create biofertilizing pellets, an organic solution for both lawn maintenance and ecological balance. Aryaman regularly performs for large audiences as first-chair clarinetist, but was especially proud to deliver the commencement address at his middle school graduation. Emma Abigail Simmons, Mother Seton School, Emmitsburg, Maryland. Emma, who built an equine asthma delivery system with her sister, loves horses and hopes to become an equine veterinarian. Her role model is Claude Boisgala, who created the first veterinary school in France. Beyond horseback riding, Emma loves to read, draw, and sing. Sarah Charlotte Simmons, Mother Seton School, Emmitsburg, Maryland. Sarah and her twin created a device that allows a mounted rider to safely deliver asthma medication to their horse. Through this project, equestrian Sarah discovered her love of solving real-world problems and says no matter your age, being an engineer begins with thinking like an engineer. Kai Unwin Wisnowski, University Scholars Pennsylvania Leadership Charter School, Westchester, Pennsylvania. Kai's project highlights the growing need for scalable wind power devices, which optimize space while employing clean energy. A soccer player and pianist, Kai hopes for a future as a mechanical engineer and can't wait to make something real that helps people attain sustainable resources. James Shao, Marshall Middle School, Wexford, Pennsylvania. James explored the connection between gut bacteria and colorectal cancer, research that has the potential to inform future therapies and treatments. James hopes to go into medicine and has been fascinated by biology from a young age. His other favorite activities include tennis and chess. Ethan Yan, Burlingame Intermediate School, Burlingame, California. It took Ethan 3 months and many runs to perfect his AI leukemia detection model. But overcoming these challenges was his favorite part of the project. Ethan says learning the piano, saxophone, and double bass has taught him that with perseverance, he can achieve great things.
Congratulations to all of you. Please help me recognize the Broadcom Masters Class of 2022. It goes without saying that Broadcom Masters is a rigorous competition. Tonight's finalists were selected from over 1,800 applications in 47 states and 3 U.S. territories. Each finalist has met with our esteemed panel of judges and participated in multiple challenges in a variety of STEM fields. Before we announce tonight's top awards, it is my honor to introduce longtime collaborator and interim chair of the Broadcom Masters Judging Panel, Dr. William Wallace. After a career as a research neuroscientist, he joined the faculty of Georgetown Day School in 1998. Dr. Wallace will speak on behalf of his colleagues who have not only been on hand as judges this week, but also reviewed the thousands of entries at every level of this competition. Please welcome Dr. William Wallace.
Good evening, everybody. This year I have the good fortune to work with many wonderful colleagues who have been dedicated to promoting STEM education. Dr. Erica Denabictis, Dr. Rhonda Jagpusu, Dr. Kathleen Gallagher-Boggs, Dr. Jennifer Good, and Dr. Chris Parsons. Could you please stand up and everybody please give them a hand? It's absolutely critical for STEM education that young scientists have the chance to participate in authentic research. The Broadcom's Masters is the premier national competition that offers an opportunity for middle school students to be inspired and recognized for their efforts in this endeavor. The event is also a chance for these students not only to engage with us, the judges, but with the other students who share their passions. Every year, we judges enjoy the opportunity to meet with the finalists and learn more about the science and engineering projects that they've done. This year's finalists show amazing potential across a broad range of fields. We also had the joy of observing these young scientists in action as they tackled various challenges, and we feel that the future is in really good hands. So congratulations to all the 2022 finalists. We look forward to watching your progress over the coming years and hope that you use your passion to inspire others to get involved in STEM. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Wallace, for your commitment to the Broadcom Master's Program and your passion for STEM education. Also, a big thank you now to parents, to teachers, mentors, and all of those who have nurtured these young scientists and helped them achieve so much so early in their careers. And now it is time to announce the top winners of the 2022 Broadcom Masters competition. First is the Broadcom Masters Team Award, sponsored by TIES, a global organization bringing together partners in a wide range of fields and industries to reimagine STEM. Here to present, we are joined by Jan Morrison, founder and CEO of TIES, Teaching Institute for Excellence in STEM. As a fierce advocate for STEM, Jan has worn many hats. She served as a science, mathematics, and computer teacher for 35 years and is a former school principal and STEM school designer. Under Jan's leadership, TIES was founded. Now, in its 20th year of operation, TIES remain a world-class group of STEM visionaries working to help all children make sense of the world and find themselves STEM literate, STEM capable, and excited to make STEM their life's work. Please welcome Jan Morrison to the stage.
Congratulations to all of the finalists on your really hard work this week. TIES is proud to sponsor the Team Award for the second year running. Teamwork is central to everything we do at TIES, all that you do, and indeed to the achievement of any worthwhile endeavor. This award is presented to the team that best demonstrates their ability to work together and solve problems through shared decision-making, communication, and scientific and engineering collaboration. Each of the 5 team members will receive a $200 gift card to a science supply company to help them pursue their interests in STEM. So are we ready? All right, and the team award goes to the blue team. Congratulations, blue team.
Next, the Rising Star Awards are given to 2 finalists who best demonstrate a spirit of service to others, using their scientific and engineering ability and talent for the benefit of their peers and their community. The winners of this award will be invited to attend the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair in May of 2023 as official observers. The 2 Rising Star Awards go to, from Provo, Utah, Tate Baum. And from Emmitsburg, Maryland, Sarah Charlotte Simmons. Now on to the STEM Awards. Our first and second place winners in each of the science, technology, engineering, and mathematics fields have been selected for their demonstrated skills and promise within each of these disciplines. First place winners will be awarded $3,500, and second place winners will be awarded $2,500 to support a STEM summer camp experience of their choice offered throughout the country. First, the Science Award, which is given to the finalists who best demonstrate tenacity, patience, and precision in scientific pursuits. The second place Science Award goes to, from Delray Beach, Florida, Casey Moore. The first place Science Award goes to, from Menlo Park, California, Victoria Harding Bradley. The Technology Award is presented to the finalists who best exhibit technical creativity, innovation, and imagination. The second place Technology Award goes to, from Oviedo, Florida, Moitri Santra. And the first place Technology Award goes to, from Bend, Oregon, Sky Holland Knox. The Engineering Award is given to the finalists who best demonstrate skill and aptitude in engineering design and implementation, and solving real-world problems with an attitude of enthusiasm. The second place Engineering Award goes to, from Emmitsburg, Maryland, Emma Abigail Simmons. And the first place engineering award goes to, from Titusville, Florida, Alexander Montgomery. The Mathematics Award, sponsored by Robert John Flo, president of Flo Financial Partners, is given to the finalists who best exhibit proficiency in precise and accurate scientific investigation, analytical technique, and consistent perceptive data analysis. The second place Math Award goes to, from Olathe, Kansas, Mahi Kohli. And the first place Science Award goes to, from Wexford, Pennsylvania, Shri Taj Sai Padmanabhan. Congratulations to all our STEM award winners. Now on to the next series of awards. First up is the Broadcom Coding and Commitment Award, presented by Senior Director of Network Management Software Products at Broadcom Software, Michael Melillo. Mike plays a leadership role with the Broadcom Foundation to increase diversity, equity, and inclusion in digital literacy through sponsorship of Raspberry Pi Code Clubs and presentation of the Broadcom Coding with Commitment Awards at affiliated science fairs. In September, he shared the United Nations stage with Prisha Shroff, a 2021 Broadcom Master, and Robert Taylor, a coding aficionado at Renaissance Youth Center's Code the Bronx. Please welcome Mike Melillo.
This is awesome. You kids are great. Let me flip over here. Sorry, 1 second, find it. Yeah. All right, so good evening. So this summer, Broadcom Incorporated and Broadcom Foundation went to the United Nations to celebrate a new initiative, Broadcom Coding with Commitment. And we heard from two students that were mentioned who are young coders that are improving the world through this skill set. Prisha Shroff was a 2021 Broadcom Masters finalist, and she spoke about her project to use AI to predict and prevent wildfires, which was incredible. Robert Thomas, who is a youth leader at the Renaissance Youth Center in the Bronx, talked about his invention to measure carbon dioxide emissions over the Cross Bronx Expressway to help kids with asthma in that neighborhood. Both are very passionate about what they can do with coding skills, and we celebrate them. At Broadcom, we believe that it's important to encourage young people to value coding as an essential 21st century skill that empowers them to become scientists, engineers, and innovators of the future, and that digital literacy is essential for the millions of jobs that await young people who are prepared to fill them. The Broadcom Coding with Commitment program is intended to amplify this message amongst parents, teachers, and students. Tonight's award recognized the finalists who combined STEM thinking with coding to solve a community problem he or she cares about and aligns with the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations. The Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award of $5,000 goes to, and I watched a video of this young man's project, and he is quite passionate and inspired, Ankit Biswas.
Thank you, Michael, and congratulations on Kit. Now it is my pleasure to introduce our presenter for the DoD STEM Talent Award. Dr. Rebecca Stanley serves as chair of the Defense STEM Education Consortium, also known as DSEC, providing leadership, vision, and management of the overall consortium. DSEC is a collaborative partnership between academia, industry, nonprofit organizations, and the Department of Defense STEM outreach office that aims to broaden STEM literacy and develop a diverse and agile workforce with the technical excellence to defend our nation. By addressing and prioritizing critical STEM challenges, DoD is investing in evidence-based approaches to inspire and develop the next generation of scientists and engineers. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Rebecca Stanley to the stage.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of the Broadcom Masters participants and finalists. I can feel the enthusiasm and energy that you bring to science, and it makes this group a truly incredible one. DoD STEM is proud to support STEM education. Our nation's future success and leadership depends on the next generation of innovators, whose technical expertise is critical for solving the complex scientific problems we face now and in the future. You are the scientists and engineers who will envision solutions and bring them into reality. You are the problem solvers who will make the world a better place. DoD STEM is interested in supporting the next generation of scientists who will help keep our nation and our servicemen and women safe. But the DoD has also spurred innovation that is all around us everywhere. It's in the cell phone that you use to text your friends. It's in the infrastructure that connects us to the internet almost instantaneously. It's in the planes that many of you used to get here today. It's even in the duct tape that we use to fix anything and everything around the house that needs to be fixed. It's also in the EpiPens that save the lives of our friends and family members with dangerous allergies. It's in the process we use to engineer vaccines to protect us all. All of these innovations came from DoD scientists and engineers who solved a problem and changed the world in big and small ways forever. We would like to thank the Society for Science for the opportunity to be part of this science competition. DoD STEM partners with the Society through DSEC, which is our STEM Education Consortium, to provide funding for the STEM Talent Award. This award is presented to the finalist that demonstrates excellence in science, technology, engineering, or math, along with the leadership and technical skills necessary to excel in the STEM workforce and build a better community for tomorrow. And the DoD STEM Talent Award of $10,000 goes to, from San Jose, California, Rory Hugh.
I was sitting next to Rory at dinner, and she said, "Do you actually know who's winning the awards?" Congratulations, Rory. Thank you, Rebecca. Our next award comes from the Lemelson Foundation, dedicated to inspiring and enabling the next generation of inventors and invention-based enterprises to promote economic growth in the United States. We are pleased to introduce Senior Program Officer David Coronado, who works to support student growth by promoting equal access to invention education, STEM coursework, and out-of-school learning in K-12 schools. He is passionate about breaking the cycle of poverty that prevents many young people from succeeding and providing alternative pathways that involve inspiration, education, and graduation. Although David is unable to join us in person tonight, we would like to share his video message with you.
Hello, everyone. I'm happy to be here on behalf of the Lemelson Foundation. Our team sends heartfelt congratulations to all of you Broadcom Masters participants and your families. The Lemelson Foundation has been a proud supporter of the Broadcom Masters competition for several years now. Jerry Lemelson, one of the most prolific independent inventors of the 20th century, and his wife Dorothy started the Lemelson Foundation because they understood the importance of cultivating future generations of inventors like yourselves. History shows that invention informed by scientific discovery has been a key driver for improving lives and creating new economic opportunity in the US and around the world. We are here because we believe in you and the power of your generation to address some of the biggest challenges of our time. We believe that invention is essential to the future we all want, and we need the power of your creativity and innovations to make that bright future possible. The Lemelson Foundation believes all youth can realize their own ability to be inventive and that all youth could become inventors. The most game-changing inventors will be those who identify solutions that reflect the needs of different cultures and communities and will positively impact the lives of many people. With this in mind, the Lemelson Foundation supports programs that inspire young people to become inventors, ensure students have the skills to realize their ideas, and help invention-based businesses flourish. As middle school students, you are proof that invention is not just for adults. Not only is the opportunity equally yours, but you have the potential to take on a leadership role, developing the big ideas now and in the future. The Lemelson Award for Invention is presented to the finalist who exemplifies the ideas of inventive thinking by addressing a critical societal problem in order to improve the lives of others. This finalist demonstrates the application of empathy, STEM knowledge, design thinking, and an entrepreneurial mindset in the research and development of a tangible product. We are so proud of all the finalists, and we look forward to living in a world that is made better by each of you.
Thank you, David. Now, on behalf of the Lemelson Foundation, I'm pleased to announce the winner of the Lemelson Award for Invention. In keeping with Jerry Lemelson's vision, the recipient of this award has developed an invention to solve a critical societal problem and improve the lives of others. The winner of this award will receive $10,000. And the Lemelson Award for Invention goes to, from San Jose, California, Jinao Dao. The Lemelson Foundation, and congratulations, Janelle. Next, we'll hear from Alan Brooks LaShore, Vice President of Communications at the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, the nation's largest philanthropy devoted solely to health. At the foundation, Mr. Brooks LaShore leads the implementation of a high-impact communication strategy to support mindset changes and drive policies that address health equity. His work builds on more than 20 years of international communications, management, and policy experience as a Foreign Service Officer, a political appointee at the EPA, and a communications executive at the Leadership Conference on Civil and Human Rights. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Alan Brooks LaShore.
Thank you for that, Allison. And I must say that is a pandemic headshot. For about a 3-week period, I stepped on the scale every day, and as soon as I saw a low number, I said to my wife, "Take my headshot. We're going to use this picture for the..." So, you'll see that for a number of years. Thank you, Allison, for that introduction, and congratulations to all of the finalists on this remarkable achievement. It's my pleasure and honor to be here on behalf of the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, our nation's largest philanthropy devoted solely to health and the conditions that drive health and well-being. We have a vision that one day, everyone in America, no matter who they are, how much they earn, where they live, where they worship, where they play, will have a just and fair opportunity to health and well-being. Now, I am pleased to present the Robert Wood Johnson Foundation Award for Health Advancement. This award recognizes the student whose work and performance show the most promise in health-related fields, while also demonstrating an understanding of the many social factors that affect the health of communities. The greater our understanding of these factors, the better equipped future generations will be to address upstream causes of poor health and ensure we all have the same opportunity to be healthy. The winner of this award will win $10,000. And the Robert Wood Johnson Award for Health Advancement goes to, from Berkeley, California, Mina Fedor.
Thank you, Ellen, and congratulations to our winner. Next, I am honored to introduce Dr. Henry Samueli, Chairman of the Board of Broadcom, Inc., and Chair of the Broadcom Foundation. Dr. Samueli earned his BS, his MS, and his PhD degrees from UCLA, and in 2012 was awarded the prestigious Marconi Prize for Advancing Communications and Information Technology for the social, economic, and cultural benefit of humanity. Dr. Samueli is a named inventor in 75 US patents, a fellow of the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers, a member of the National Academy of Engineering, and a fellow of the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. We are so honored that he could be with us here in DC this evening. Please welcome Dr. Henry Samueli.
Well, good evening. I am very happy to be back with you in person. It is a personal pleasure to welcome the Society for Science's new partner and congratulate Thermo Fisher Scientific for making a great philanthropic choice to sponsor the Society's premier middle school science competition. Round of applause for them. We know from our experience over more than 10 years that your rewards will be great. I often tell the story that my passion for engineering began when I was about the same age as all of you competitors tonight. In 7th grade, I successfully built an AM/FM shortwave vacuum tube radio, an experience that cemented my lifelong passion for communications engineering. Because of this, it is a special treat for me to share the stage once again with our 2016 Samueli Prize winner, Eleanor Segrest, who found her passion at the same age. Eleanor engineered a design for rocket nozzles for her middle school science fair, which began her dream to pilot an expedition to Mars. That continues to today. She used GoFundMe to secure a trip on a zero-G plane, sent a payload on the Blue Origin's New Shepard rocket, and as a newly minted Davidson Fellow, she is pursuing a dual major in computer science and aerospace engineering at Stanford University. Yes, whoa, is right. We need more Eleanors in the United States. And with the development of the National Broadband Initiatives and passage of the new CHIPS and Science Act of 2022, I believe that we have a shot at exponentially increasing the number of scientists and engineers we need for advanced semiconductor and artificial intelligence manufacturing industries that will supply indispensable electronics needed for everything we use in this country, from automobiles to washing machines to complex defense systems, including spacecraft that will carry Eleanor to Mars. To meet this moment, Broadcom Foundation has expanded its criteria for 21st century skills building to include digital literacy and coding, along with critical thinking, creativity, collaboration, and communication. Broadcom Foundation is also championing equitable access to STEM education contemplated in the CHIPS Act by expanding its partnerships with the STEM learning ecosystems in support of both online and in-person learning methodologies. The foundation is helping to develop code clubs in classrooms and after-school programs throughout the ecosystems and expanding sciencebuddies.org to bring more coding projects into the free resources it offers to teachers and STEM learners wishing to participate in science fairs. After the Broadcom Masters, the foundation will remain deeply committed to science fairs because we believe it is an important forum for student growth and self-expression in STEM. The foundation's new Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award is intended to inspire students to apply coding in their science or engineering projects to solve a community problem that they care about. I am pleased to announce that we will continue to present the Broadcom Coding with Commitment Award at the Thermo Fisher Scientific Junior Innovators Challenge in the years to come. Tonight, in just a few moments, the final Marconi Samueli Award for Innovation and the Samueli Foundation Prize will be presented. In 2012, when I received the Marconi Prize, I donated the award to the Broadcom Masters competition to encourage and reward visionary thinking in young people such as yourselves. It is my hope that this year's winner will be inspired to continue innovating long into the future. In years past, my wife Susan has been with me to award the Samueli Foundation Prize to the Broadcom Masters finalist who has demonstrated not only mastery of STEM principles, but also inspired thinking and team leadership throughout this rigorous and intense competition. Susan and I are so proud to present this top honor to one of you tonight, as we did to Eleanor in 2016. In closing, I want to personally acknowledge Maya Ajmera and the entire team at the Society for Science who are dedicated to giving the next generation the tools they need to realize their dreams and aspirations as young scientists, engineers, and innovators. Thank you, Maya. Our years of partnership have been life-changing for many thousands of young people. Thank you again. And to our amazing Broadcom Masters class of 22. We are rooting for all of you tonight. You are our nation's best hope. We are proud of all that you have accomplished and all that you will achieve as our nation's future scientists, engineers, and innovators. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Samueli. Now I am pleased to announce the Marconi Samueli Award for Innovation. This award is presented to the finalist who throughout the competition has demonstrated both vision and promise as an innovator. In the spirit of radio inventor Guglielmo Marconi, this finalist will have also applied concepts from electrical engineering in his or her original project. The winner of this award will receive $10,000. This year's Marconi Samueli Award for Innovation is presented to, from Cary, North Carolina, Elizabeth Shen. Congratulations, Elizabeth. Now, for the moment we've all been anticipating, it is my honor to announce our final award of the evening, the Samueli Foundation Prize. The recipient of this award exemplifies how excellence in science and engineering integrates mastery of all STEM principles, innovative and inspired thinking, and team leadership. The winner of the Samueli Foundation Prize and recipient of a $25,000 educational award is, from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, Thomas Aldis. Congratulations, Thomas. Now, as we prepare to close this evening's program, I invite all of our Broadcom masters to grab your mask, put on the mask, and return up here to the stage for a final class photo. So come on up. All right, so this week our 30 finalists have been challenged as never before to innovate, to invent, and to excel as individuals and in teams. They forged enduring friendships and built skills that will last a lifetime. They have taken broad steps on their journeys toward bright futures. As they continue on this path, there are no limits to what they can accomplish and how we may all benefit from their efforts. The world's future is faced with grand challenges, and we are all looking at the solution before us right here. All 30 of these elite students are indeed winners, and all truly Broadcom masters. Please give them another big round of applause. Go ahead. Step up, step up, step up, step up. Yep. And before we close the program, let's hear the Broadcom Masters cheer one more time. Who are we?
We're Broadcom Masters.
Who are we?
We're Broadcom Masters.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the program. On behalf of the Society for Science and Broadcom Foundation, thank you again for joining us this evening. Good night.